Hello and welcome to today's English lesson. My name is Stuart. In today's lesson, we're looking at idioms that we use in English to talk about success or failure. Let's go to the intro. Now, as I said, today's lesson is looking at idioms that we use to talk about success or failure. Now, idioms are very difficult for learners. I understand this. So you need to understand not only the expression, but also the context as well and how to use them. And the best thing to do with idioms is to practice them in your classroom, at your work. If you're working in English, practice them. Okay, get familiar with them, practice them. Now, we'll have a look at the ones related to success first of all. And we'll start with bear fruit. Okay, so if something bears fruit, it means that you get the expected results. So if we put this into a business context, your plan or your idea started to bear fruit, it means that success was achieved. Okay, so the plan started to bear fruit. To get off the ground, again, if we're talking about a plan or an idea that somebody has and you launch the plan and the plan eventually starts to get off the ground, it means that it becomes a success. Okay, so to get off the ground. To get off on the right foot. Now we can use this when we're talking about relationships with people. If we have a successful relationship with a person, we can say that our relationship got off on the right foot. Okay, it began successfully. Okay, the relationship began on the right foot. Work like a dream. Again, a plan. I invented a plan, or I started a plan, and it worked like a dream. It was completely successful. It was everything that I imagined. The plan worked like a dream. To hit the mark. To hit the mark, okay? To reach the objective that I was looking for. To hit the mark, okay? So the idea really hit the mark. Make it big. Make it big. We could use this to talk about personal success, okay? I went to New York and I made it big. I became successful. I went to London and I made it big in the financial industry. I became successful. I made it big. To make the grade, similar, okay? You make the grade. You can make the grade or you can fail. So you start something new and you decide whether or not that idea made the grade. To work wonders. To work wonders. Let's say, for example, you have a bad headache and you take an aspirin and the aspirin works wonders, meaning that it was successful. It did what it was supposed to do. It got rid of my headache. That aspirin worked wonders. I no longer have a headache. To go like clockwork or to run like clockwork, we can say, means that it runs smoothly. Again, with a plan or an idea, something that you implement. If it works smoothly or successfully, it can go like clockwork, or it can it can run like clockwork. Okay, so how's the business going? It's running like clockwork. Tick, 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 tick. Running like clockwork. To go according to plan. Fairly simple. Go according to plan. You have a plan. You put something into practice. If it's successful, it goes according to plan. The next one. To fall into place. To fall into place. You have perhaps a lot of, let's say, for example, you start to work in a new company and you're a little bit lost at first. You don't know what to do, but suddenly everything begins to fall into place. Everything starts to be to work well. Everything starts to work successfully. Everything starts to fall into place to where it's supposed to be. And the last one, to go from strength to strength. Okay, go from strength to strength. Inditex is a company that is going from strength to strength. Okay, it just gets stronger and stronger. Every year it posts very, very good results. It goes from strength to strength. Now, failure. Failure. Let's have a look at these ones here. Not everything is success. We need to talk about failure as well. So let's have a look. To come to nothing. Okay, my ideas came to nothing. I had some ideas for a business. I put them out there. I was hoping that they would be successful, but they came to nothing. Okay, they came to nothing. Nothing eventuated. The ideas fell flat. They fell flat. I spoke about the business ideas with different people, but the ideas fell flat. They weren't received very well. We could use this also for a comedian who's telling jokes, and he tells a joke and nobody laughs. You can say that my jokes fell flat. They weren't successful. Draw a blank. To draw a blank. Okay, again, you don't get the result that you were looking for. You don't get the result that you were looking for. I was speaking to Simon about his divorce. I tried to get some answers, but I kept drawing a blank. He wouldn't tell me why he had problems with his wife or why he had problems with his company. I drew a blank. To get off on the wrong foot is the opposite of getting off on the right foot. You get off on the wrong foot with something or a business. If it starts, it can get off on the wrong foot. So we can use it for relationships or things that you put into practice that aren't successful, that can get off on the wrong foot. To go pear-shaped. To go pear-shaped means that something doesn't succeed. It fails. Okay, we could say that the Coca-Cola's attempt to launch a product back in the 1980s went pear-shaped. It was a complete failure. It went pear-shaped. More of an expression in the UK than the USA, but the ideas went pear-shaped. To miss the mark, again, you have your objective, and if you miss the mark, it means that you don't succeed. Okay, you fail. You miss the mark. Fight a losing battle. We're fighting a losing battle. So you can see that you're going to fail, but you continue to try to succeed, but you are fighting a losing battle because all of the characteristics, all of the situations around you are leading to failure. So you fight a losing battle. To not last 5 minutes. Again, meaning that something had only a very short life or that something will have a short life. Imagine a situation that a new person comes into a company or a new person comes into your organization and you don't think that that person's going to be successful. So you say, he's not going to last 5 minutes. Or he didn't last 5 minutes, okay? He wasn't able to succeed. He failed. To cut your losses is also related to failure. It just means that you accept defeat. You cut your losses. Perhaps again in a business sense, the business is going bad, it's losing money. You just decide to cut your losses, shut the business down, walk away, accept failure, bye-bye. Dead in the water. An idea can be dead in the water, okay, meaning that it's not successful, it's never going to get off the ground. The idea is dead in the water. And the last one here, meaning to bite the dust, to fail. If somebody bites the dust also, it means that they can die. But if a company bites the dust or if a person bites the dust, it also means that they have failed in something. So they have bit the dust. Thank you very much for watching the lesson. Remember, if you have a comment or a question, please leave it below. If you know any more idioms about success and failure, please leave them below as well. Remember to share the video on social media, your Facebook, your Google+, your Twitter, your Pinterest even. Why not pin it? And I'll see you in the next lesson. Have a good day. Bye.